Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video, I am going to be talking about the top 10 weapons everyone should own in GTA 5 online. Alright, this is a very important video. A lot of people ask about this, they need to know. And we'll go over everything. We'll talk about some bonus weapons and some notable mentions to kind of, cover all of our bases, all right? Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a like if you enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So, the weapon wheel has 8 slots. So, we're going to talk about the best weapon for each of the weapon slots, and then a ninth weapon that is also used in one of the same spots as another weapon, and then the bonus will be the 10th. All right, and that's something that you guys can pick and what you want to, whatever kind of serves your purpose and your needs. All right. Now it is important that with this, you don't have to, but you do at some point want to make sure you have a weapon workstation and have the research done from your bunker to get some of the Mark II variants of the weapons and the upgrades, the explosive rounds, the Mark II variants of the weapons. It'll be a little bit better in overall performance. That is something that you're going to want to do eventually. You don't have to have it. This list will work for the Mark II or the standard variants of these weapons that I pick either way, but the Mark II variants are slightly better in some ways, except for there's one that I'll talk about a little bit later on, okay? Something that you do need to have, that you absolutely must have, and you probably already have it, is a gun locker. In one of the businesses or in one of the vehicles or whatever, the MOC or the Avenger, your office, your bunker, you need to have or have bought the upgrade for a gun locker. This way, you can customize your weapon wheel and you simply access that via your interaction menu. You go to inventory, then you can either enable or disable your weapon wheel. All right. So this is in no particular order because all these weapons are beneficial in their own ways. We're going to go ahead and get started with it. The first one that comes to mind is the Up and Atomizer. If you are a money grinder, this is a must-have weapon. Everybody knows this guy right here has saved your butt in so many situations. It's if you've ever got like a vehicle stuck in a particular location or a precarious ditch or maybe on a fence or upside down or something like that, the Up and Atomizer will absolutely help you in that situation, that scenario. It'll help unlodge your vehicle or whatever. It saved a lot of post ops. It saved a lot of dune buggies. It really had Betty comes to mind. Big old Betty. Okay, come on now, you guys all remember that. It really does help out. Plus, it's just a really fun weapon to have. It is lethal, but it is, it takes a few shots on an actual person. You can also get people off of Mark IIs. It's pretty cool. Now, for throwables, hands down, you have to have a sticky bomb. Not the proximity, but the stickies. The stickies have been around for a long time, and they are absolutely imperative. You really need to have these. You can have up to 5 at one time out, and by completing the level 2 of your gun range missions, you can carry an extra 5 of all of your throwables, which really helps out. It's just a fun challenge. But yeah, the stickies are imperative, man. You can throw them from almost every vehicle, and they throw very far as well. Your range is very good. Even on foot, the range is really good. You can blow them up in the air or wait for someone to come up on you. They definitely help out. So stickies are a must-have. Definitely need to have those. Now, when you throw more than 5, as you'll see right here, 1 will disappear. So you can only have 5 out at one time. I wanted to make sure you guys understood that. But yeah, sticky bombs are a must-have. There's a lot of good throwables in the game, the grenades, pipe bombs, but stickies are definitely the way to go. Now, the Mark II combat machine gun is another weapon that I think everyone should own. You should have it. This is the same for the Mark II variant or the standard variant, okay? Mainly with the Mark II stuff, it does improve on the performance, the accuracy with some of the grip attachments, even some of the damage with the barrel attachments as well. But it's a lot to do with the customization of the gun. You can put liveries on there, different kind of colors and themes and weapon tints, which is really nice to have. But the Mark II combat machine gun is just a beast. This thing is a saw. You can have a lot of ammo. It's quick to reload, and it's devastating with PvP and against NPCs all the same. It takes out vehicles quite fast. It's just a really good weapon to have in your inventory and in your weapon wheel. So by all means, make sure whether it's the standard or the Mark II version or variant, you have this in your weapon wheel inventory. This thing it rips. It's one of my favorite guns overall. Next up, obviously, the RPG. Now, of the heavy weapons, the RPG is pretty much the only one that's really viable. Maybe the minigun, but the homing rocket launcher, it's just the missiles don't track well. The grenade launcher is okay, but if you're gonna go toe to toe for explosives, I'd much rather have a RPG versus a grenade launcher, or maybe even like a homing rocket. Now the minigun's a little bit different. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, the RPG it carries a very very strong explosive yield. It's got good range. It's quick. It's fast. It's good in PvP. It's good against NPCs. PvP or PvE. Either way, yeah, the RPG you just have to have it in your weapon wheel. It's easy to replenish your ammo now through the inventory menu as well. But pound for pound, the RPG is the way to go for your heavy weapons. Next up is the Special Carbine. Now, this guy is, in my opinion, the workhorse. It really is. Whether you own the standard variant or the Mark II, it's absolutely a must-have. Now, the standard variant, you can actually have more ammo. You can hold a magazine that is a drum magazine, and you can have a lot more than what you would have with the Mark II variant. All right, so it's kind of a little bit of a trade-off. You do get a little bit more, damage with the barrel, a little bit more accuracy with the grip attachment with the Mark II. But either one, it doesn't matter. I would take this over the standard carbine or the advanced. It doesn't matter what people say, whether it's like, oh, one shoots faster than the other, the bullpup or the advanced, or listen, the special carbine. I've done the testing on all of them. That's overall general purpose. That's the way to go. All right. Next up for shotguns, it absolutely has to be the assault shotgun. No other shotgun really compares to it. The assault shotgun is absolutely devastating. Now, there's one other shotgun that I guess you could say compares a little bit. We'll talk about that in a moment. But for general purpose and for just pure devastation, you guys see me use this during my heist setups with the Cayo Perico heist all the time. This thing is nasty. It delivers a tremendous amount of firepower. It's got decent range for a shotgun. It's fully automatic. It just pounds. It puts them down. It destroys vehicles extremely quick. It got that big old drum magazine on there, and you can do some serious damage with it. Next up, we have the AP pistol. The AP pistol is, in my opinion, another one of these weapons that is a workhorse. It's good on foot. It deals a tremendous amount of damage. It's not as accurate, say, as like the Uzi would be or the machine pistol, but just for the rate of fire, the amount of ammo it can hold, and for the punch that it packs, it's a must-have. You just really need to go with it. Again, it's good to use on foot. You can use a suppressor with it. You've got different types of liveries that you can add onto it you don't even have to have a weapon loadout. You can just add those liveries to it in the gun shop, the ammunition store. But more importantly is that you can use the AP pistol while in a vehicle. Now, there's other guns that you can use in a vehicle as well. But hands down, the AP pistol is the go-to. It's just the best overall general purpose. It ticks all the boxes, and it's a very good weapon to have. And overall, it's going to be the better pistol to use for your weapon wheel. Next up is the heavy sniper rifle. Again, whether you have the standard variant or the Mark II. And the standard variant, for a lot of people who are into PvP, it may be better because they say that you can drag snipe. Drag sniping is a method that you use in PvP, and it's a little bit better with the standard variant versus the Mark II. However, the Mark II is going to have, the explosive rounds for the ammunition, and that is right there worth it in itself. Now, again, the Mark II upgrades the variant, with the weapons, the ammo, and things like that, the grips. You have to have your research unlocked from your bunker, but it is well worth it. All right. Next up for the melee weapons, it's got to be the stone hatchet. The stone hatchet is by far the best, the most powerful melee weapon. When you get a kill with a NPC or against another player, it activates basically the same kind of thing as getting a bull shark testosterone pack. You basically are invincible as long as you keep getting kills with it. It replenishes your bull shark effect. So, and again, you guys have seen me use this in missions and in high setups. It is awesome. It's epic. Plus, when you unlock this, you get some money for it. It's a pretty cool little scavenger hunt. So let's talk about some of the actual loadouts. For the AP pistol, I got the extendo and the suppressor on there. For the heavy sniper Mark II, the explosive rounds, muzzle brake, heavy barrel, and thermal scope. For my special carbine Mark II, I got the extended clip, heavy barrel, holographic sight, and suppressor. For the combat MG Mark II, the extended clip, large scope, muzzle brake, heavy barrel, and the grip. And then for the assault shotgun, the extended clip, the grip, and the suppressor. And then this is what my overall weapon wheel looks like. And then with the up and atomizer as well. So that's it right there, guys. That's going to be for the main 9. Now for the 10th one, this is going to be your bonus weapon. Here we go. The marksman rifle is epic. I love this gun. I use it a lot. Definitely recommend that. The 50 cal pistol is epic as well. I use this weapon a lot. But again, in their respected categories, the other weapons that we previously talked about, I believe this edged them out just a little bit. The sweeper shotgun is epic because you can use this while riding a motorcycle, which is very, very good, and it is really, really advantageous when you're trying to drop enemies from your motorcycle. The pump shotgun, the Mark II, is another really, really effective shotgun. You can utilize the explosive rounds with this bad boy. Again, you have to have that research unlocked from your bunker research, but another very good weapon to have in kind of like your bonus, a weapon for that 10th spot. The minigun for your heavy weapons as well. It doesn't get used as much. I use this for basically for when I run crates to shoot the bad guys out of the vans. I use it a lot for that. The heavy revolver Mark II or standard variant, either one is epic as well. A very good weapon to have for your bonus slot for your top 10. In all, though, I think every weapon that I've showed you is important. You probably should have it, but if you have to narrow it down to that top 10 or the best for each slot for the weapon wheel, it's those weapons that I showed you guys, in my opinion, all right? Thank you all so much for coming out of the video. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys have in your weapon wheel? I'm pretty curious to know and find out. Thank you all so much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Smash, smash that like button. See you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out. Yeah.